Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a video for you that is a little bit more personal, and previously I have made some more personal videos about myself and you guys really liked them, so I wanted to make another one and raise awareness about this topic. I want to start out this video with saying that I am not a doctor in any way, shape, or form, and my experience may not be your experience, and you may not have any of these symptoms or side effects that I have had, so please just know that this is my story and try not to take offense to it if you haven't had the same experience. And if you are having these symptoms, this doesn't mean that you have the exact same things that I do, so please consult a doctor. And do not take any supplement advice in this video. It is not meant to be advice. It is to show you what is working for me and for you to go seek help in your own way. As you can see by the title, it seems a little extreme, but if you've been through something like this, then you know that it's not in any way extreme. And it is kind of a controversial topic because honestly, I don't think there's been enough research done about it, and it's such a newer concept that a lot of people don't realize the effects that it can have on you. And this is how birth control pills ruined my health. I've been taking, well, I should say I was taking birth control pills for about 14 to 15 years on and off. I tried multiple times to quit them due to some symptoms I was having, and I failed miserably 2 times. And I am now on my 3rd time, and it has been so much more successful this go around, especially when you seek help from people that really truly care. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about how the changes I have made have really helped my health. So I have a little extra container of birth control pills that I never took. And my whole point in doing this is to show the people out there that will comment on this video and say that there is no evidence that there is a such thing as post-birth control syndrome. This is the list of side effects that is in the container. And some of these are very extreme and concerning. And most people know that birth control pills can cause blood clots, which is a serious concern for a lot of people, especially women over 35 or smokers. But there is evidence showing that there have been younger women that have had blood clots from birth control pills. Some of the main side effects in here are liver problems, including tumors, jaundice, high blood pressure, gallbladder problems, which I will go into in a moment because I had my gallbladder removed when I was 15. Changes in sugar and fat levels in your blood, cholesterol, and triglycerides. I'm going to show you my full women's blood panel that I had done about a month ago and prove that a lot of these side effects actually happened. Headaches, migraines, irregular or unusual vaginal bleeding, and spotting between your menstrual periods. Had that every single month. And you can look that up online, and a lot of research shows that, or they claim that it only happens within the first 3 months of taking a new birth control pill. But that was not true for me. It happened every single month for years. Depression, which is an epidemic in and of itself from the pill. Possible breast cancer risk, possible cervical cancer risk, swelling of your skin, dark patches of skin around your forehead, nose, cheeks, and around your mouth. I have that. Breast pain or tenderness, enlargement, stomach pain, discomfort, gas, vaginal infections and discharge, mood changes, nervousness, changes in weight, skin rash. And if you're one of the people who are watching this and has never had any issues with birth control pills, then this video is not for you. This side effect list is not for you, although it could happen. This video is for women who are experiencing post-birth control syndrome. One of my biggest issues with quitting birth control pills initially for the very first time, as soon as I quit it, I got such bad hormonal acne that it was very painful and very embarrassing. And to be honest, at that point in my life, I just didn't want to deal with it. So and I wasn't very educated on this subject at the time. I was in my early 20s, so the only thing that I knew to do was go back on the pill. So that's exactly what I did. And I did that for a few years, and I quit them the second time a few years later because I was having some pretty bad side effects and symptoms, and I just honestly didn't feel like myself anymore. But once again, I didn't have the information and education that I needed to know what to do after quitting the birth control pill. So I got the acne again and I started back on the birth control pill. But I also added in something called spironolactone, which is a blood pressure pill that gets rid of acne and decreases your oil production. I went to a dermatologist for that. Of course, that was their only option to me, as I had already tried every cream and anything in the book besides Accutane, and I was not willing to take the Accutane due to even more serious side effects. So I actually am currently still taking the spironolactone, the blood pressure pill. My doctor wanted to phase me off of that slowly because I have had issues with the hormonal acne. So as my hormones are balancing, she's going to slowly be taking me off of that and kind of like weaning me off. So I am going to make more of these videos in the future just to give you some updates on what is happening. And as you can tell, my skin is still clear currently because I am taking that blood pressure pill. So I am excited to figure out how I can balance my hormones and not have the acne. So that's exciting, but kind of scary too, because, you know, it's just really frustrating. And obviously I don't want to be on any medications. Like, why are dermatologists prescribing blood pressure medication to women in their 20s for acne? Like, that shouldn't even be an option, honestly. Like, it's just mind-boggling to me because spironolactone has so many side effects in and of itself as well that are so dangerous. So I will be so happy to be off of that as well, and I will keep you updated on the journey. So I was eventually to a point where I was taking birth control pills and spironolactone, and both of those medications have extreme side effects and symptoms associated with them. So I was in a real predicament because probably about a year ago, I started experiencing really severe fatigue where I couldn't really function for the full entire day. I didn't feel like myself. I felt like I had to take a nap every single day at probably around 1 or 2 o'clock, not normal. And I just didn't have the drive to do anything. I was having pretty severe mood swings, and I just didn't really know what to do, to be completely honest, because in the back of my mind, I'm like, if I quit this birth control pill again, I'm going to get the hormonal acne back. It not only was all on my face, it was on my chest, my shoulders, my back, and I was very self-conscious and couldn't wear anything that I wanted to wear because I felt like I had to cover it. And on days where I had a huge hormonal cyst come up, I had no confidence, so I just wanted to sit at home and not do anything and not go out. So the only thing that I knew how to do was call a holistic doctor's office and schedule an appointment to see what I could do to fix this. And I was specific to find one that was familiar with women and post-birth control syndrome because I had previously seen a holistic doctor before and really didn't get enough answers. And with this one, I got lots of testing done, and she talked to me for a long time. She was very experienced in the subject, so I feel really good about it. And I had a full women's hormone panel done, which I had never done before. So obviously the first thing that was checked on me was iron levels, because everyone knows low iron levels can cause fatigue and just really low energy. And my iron levels were actually high. Shocking, right? So what's making me tired? You can look this up. I've done my research. I have listened to my doctor, and I've been made aware the birth control pills are known to deplete vitamins and minerals within your body. They basically suck them all up and steal them from your body. So one of the vitamins that I was extremely low on, and honestly kind of concerningly low, and I know a lot of Americans are low in this vitamin, but I was to a point where I had to have the injection of this vitamin immediately to get some energy back, and it was vitamin D. And I was like bottomed out low, like almost none. So no wonder I was tired from that. Also, my vitamin B12 was extremely concerningly low. Very, very low. And I have the papers right here, but I don't really want to show you my personal information. But if I can, there it is. Also, if you'll remember earlier, I was reading on the side effects list of the birth control that you can have a risk of changes in the sugar and fat, cholesterol, and triglycerides level in your blood. My triglycerides were high, okay? They were high. And so was my cholesterol. It was my bad cholesterol was high. And my HDL direct was high risk. So that's concerning because I'm only 27 years old. I had a high inflammation marker, which over here says that it can cause swelling. I have swelling within my body, okay? And when I quit birth control pills, I had the symptom of hormonal acne. That is also inflammation of the skin. And I was high risk for inflammation for my blood test. What my doctor did was, since I was high inflammation and I was already low in vitamin B, I was given a B complex supplements, and I was also given fish oils to help with that. I was also tested all of my glycemic controls and beta cell function, and turns out I am having insulin resistance. And it says specifically on this side effects of birth control, changes in the sugar levels in your blood. I had a liver and kidney function panel done as well, and I am having to be monitored for my kidney and liver now because it says a side effect is serious side effects include liver problems. Okay, I have high liver enzymes. I don't drink, but maybe once or twice a year. Once or twice a year does not give you high liver enzymes. Okay, it doesn't. Also, my, how do you say that? Creatinine was high in my kidneys. So here we are to my hormone panel that I had done, and I was extremely, extremely low in estrogen, and I was extremely, like, scarily low in progesterone. And my doctor told me that I was pre-menopause at 27 years old. This was her biggest concern because you cannot be pre-menopause and have a healthy pregnancy or even be a healthy 27-year-old and be in pre-menopause. Like, that's scary. When she said that to me, I was honestly devastated on the inside because I do want to have kids in the next couple of years, and I don't know, it just makes you think that, like, you've kind of let yourself down. My progesterone levels were that of a menopausal woman. She said it's something that she sees in women in their 50s and 60s, not in their late 20s. So since I had hormonal acne, I was always concerned about maybe my testosterone was high, and maybe that's what was causing the acne, because testosterone can cause acne. So I had it checked, and my testosterone is actually on the lower end. It's in the lower end of the normal range. It was 17.4 and normal is 6.9 to 71.7. So that is clearly not what is causing the acne. And I have high cortisol levels, which could be contributing to the acne. But upon further research, so can low vitamin D, low vitamin B levels, low progesterone can cause acne. There's a lot of contributing factors to why I was getting the acne after I would quit the birth control pills. And my doctor also told me that low progesterone can cause high cortisol and low estrogen levels because it's trying to steal. The progesterone is trying to steal from the estrogen, is how she explained it to me. So I have had to start hormone replacement therapy with progesterone to get my levels back up to that of a 27-year-old so that one day, hopefully I'll be able to get pregnant and successfully carry a full-term pregnancy. She also added in a supplement for me called Hormone Balance and Protect, and it has boron in it. And she told me that boron can help with balancing hormones. So essentially, I am on a hormone balancing journey because they are all out of whack and not normal, and no wonder I wasn't feeling like myself. No wonder I thought I had to take a nap every day. No wonder I was high anxiety, mood swings all the time, slight depression, just not happy, even though there's nothing particularly in my life not to be happy about. Also, as a lot of you know, in some of my previous videos, I have had a breast reduction in the last year, and on this little side effects list, it says breast pain, tenderness, enlargement. So my breast got to around a double D and I could not take it anymore. So I had them reduced down to a B cup. So I fully believe that this is part of the reason for that. So that's all the lab results I'm gonna go over with you. A lot of those, my doctor and myself agree that this is due from post-birth control syndrome. So essentially what has happened is the birth control pill has caused me to quit producing my own hormones. It has made me quit producing my own progesterone and estrogen. I started taking the birth control pill when I was around 11 years old because I was taken to the doctor by my parents. Bless their hearts, they didn't know the side effects that this could have. They just took the advice of the doctor, and I was having pretty heavy periods when I first started my period, so they put me on the birth control pills to help with that, but in turn, it only made things worse for me, unfortunately. So now I'm having to do replacement therapy, and my body is going to have to learn how to produce its own hormones on its own again, which it's never really had to do my whole adulthood, so I'm curious to see how that goes. I'm having my hormones rechecked in about 6 months. So we'll see if the replacement therapy and the supplements I'm currently taking are helping with my body making its own again. I've taken different forms of birth control over the years, shots, pills, and they have all made me experience weight gain, unfortunately, and who likes that? Who likes that side effect? Also, going back to my high cortisol levels, they also believe, or my doctor believes, that contributed to the depletion of my adrenal glands. So I'm currently on a supplement trying to build those back up. And I know that's a controversial topic because a lot of Western medicine doesn't believe that your adrenals can be depleted. From what I've read online, it's more of European nations and other countries that believe that they can be. So do your research on that and believe what you want to believe, but just prefacing this so you can do your research. Oh, another severe symptom I was having from having imbalanced hormones after the birth control pill is I am having I was having this before I quit the birth control pill also, just because my hormones were off, but is hot flashes. So I would have hot flashes all the time where I would wake up in the middle of the night and the back of my hair would be soaked from sweat. So I would have hot flashes in the middle of the night when I was sleeping, and I also have them during the day. I mean, I just had one like 30 minutes ago. I'm still in the process of balancing my hormones out, so that is what I'm having to deal with right now. And they're not fun, but it's like not the worst thing ever. So, I mean, I just wanted to mention that because I want people to relate if you're having these issues too. I was struggling mentally. I didn't feel like myself. I didn't feel like I could do the things that I used to do. Just a lot of mental struggles. A lot of that's gone away now after quitting the birth control and starting to balance my hormones out. I don't feel as much that way anymore. And I mean, I have my good days and bad days, mostly good days now. I was having extreme mood swings. I still do every now and then just from trying to balance out my hormones, but I would go from happy to angry to sad so quickly within one day that it was honestly hard to function and hard to speak to people. I was experiencing extreme brain fog to the point where I felt like I couldn't function. I couldn't come on here and make these videos because how could I think of anything to say? I was literally missing, like I would forget to pay bills, like forget to make appointments, like forget to do things that normally I would not do. And I just couldn't, it's like my brain couldn't fully function, honestly. Also, from my low progesterone levels, I developed cysts on my ovaries. And I found this out because my holistic doctor requested that I have a pelvic ultrasound done. And that was what showed up on the ultrasound. I had cysts on both ovaries, and they said it was due to low progesterone levels. Luckily, I've never had any pain or any issues with that. It's just something that I wanted to mention because I know that that's very common in women who have hormone imbalance and things like that. And they said they could go away if I get my progesterone levels back up to where they're supposed to be. Birth control pills and shots and things like that, that is not your only option. Hormonal birth control is not your only option. Like, for your health, stop it for your health if you're experiencing any of these symptoms or side effects. So I know this was a pretty long video and I had a lot of information to go over, but I don't think that post-birth control syndrome is talked about enough, and I don't think it's recognized the way it should be. And hopefully one day, with people like me speaking out about it and people just bringing up the topic more and looking for answers, that it will be recognized by Western medicine. And I really made this video because I went so many years without any answers, or I lacked education on this subject, and I wish that I would have known this 10 years ago so that I wouldn't have had to go through all of this and my levels be as bad as they are, honestly. I regret not just dealing with the acne years ago and just figuring it out, but young and naive, and you don't know what you don't know. So that's the reason I'm making this video. I want to put this information out there because I know there's a lot of other women that are experiencing this, that are experiencing hormone imbalance, and acne is a huge thing with post-birth control syndrome. And it's a really tough subject to talk about and to try to figure out how to fix it because there's so many layers and levels to it. My doctor said that it could take up to 2 years for me to get all of this normalized and fixed. And I'm just so glad I did it now at 27, coming up on 28 this year. So, you know, I was hoping to have a pregnancy by the time I'm 30. So I really want to get this stuff fixed because I'm just glad I didn't wait any longer. And if you're struggling with not knowing what to do, please do not wait any longer. Find a holistic doctor that specializes in this near you if possible, because it's so important. Your health is #1 priority. Please leave me any questions down below in the comments section. I would love to answer them for you. If you have any more questions about my experience, and if you're experiencing something similar, please let me know. I love to connect with other women who are experiencing the same thing, and just that we all can relate together, because honestly, it's a really isolating experience. And it's really hard to get this personal on the internet, but I want to help as many women as possible. And please share this video with any women in your life that are experiencing this exact same thing, because it's really, really tough, and you want to know that someone can relate to you. So thank you so much for watching and coming over here and listening to my rant about my health. But I really appreciate it, and I love you so much. See you soon.